Alright, everybody, hello and welcome in to the Chicago Ravens pregame show. It is the Ravens taking on the Nippon Ham Fighters here in Nippon as we are waiting for that to begin. That should first pitch hopefully come in around 10 minutes or so, I was told. Tonight should be a great matchup. Let's talk about last night. Well, it was the Nippon Ham Fighters that came up on top against your Chicago Ravens. They won 7-1, final in 9 innings. It was a kind of a bloody brutal loss for the Ravens. Their perfect season snapped. That's the storyline going around in the league tonight. But I think tonight we will talk about the keys to victory for the Ravens. Winning pitcher was Echo. He improves to 5-1 on the season. He has been on a tear as of late. We'll talk about more of that though. Ninja getting lost. His first loss of the season. His ERA does spike, but again, we will go over that later in the pregame show. Well, let's talk about Chicago bats versus Nippon pitching. They put up 9 hits. One of them was a home run, and that was the only run that would come. They only scored 1 thanks to a 2-out bottom of the 9th solo blast from Vada that just stayed fair down the left field line. In fact, it hit off the foul pole in left field. They did strike out 11 times. They walked once. That was to Ninja, and they went into no double plays, but they left 9 on base. So practically everybody on base got left on base. Of course, the Chicago player MVP was Vada, 1 for 4 in the night. The solo home run, the lone RBI, and the lone run scored. Now batting .243 in the season, an OPS of .594. That was his first home run of the season, second RBI. And we can't forget about Gabriel Plays. While he only had a limited night, he did go 2 for 2. He scored. He didn't score. He got left on base twice, but he improves his batting average to .444 in the season, an OPS now of .963. And can't forget about Ninja. Of course, he did not have a great night on the mound, but he had a good night at the plate, 2 for 3 with the walk, batting now .396, an OPS of 1.266. He also won 7 innings last night, giving up 8 hits, giving up 7 runs, only 3 of them earned though. But we'll talk about why just in a little bit. We can't forget as well that he did strike out 10. But for the Fighters, it was a tale of 2 teams. I mean, they put up 12 hits, 4 of them home runs. They scored 7 out of the 12, which is better than 1 for 9. They did strike out 10 times, however. They walked once, they grounded into no double plays, and they left 5 on base. Well, the start player for the Fighters, we gave it to Echo. He went 2 for 4 with 1 home run, 3 RBIs, and 1 run scored. He also had a double that night. And on the mound, he would receive the win going 6 innings, giving up 7 hits, and giving up no runs, and striking out 9 batters as well. He did face a lot of base runners throughout his night, and he managed to hold all of them, including a bases-loaded situation with only 1 out in the bottom of the 4th inning. And he was able to wiggle out his way out of that gem and produce a 66.7% Noble Tiger. Can't forget about Jinwood as well. A great night for him at the plate. 3 for 5 with 1 home run, 1 RBI, 2 doubles on the night. Now batting .440 in the season, an OPS of 1.4. Now has 3 home runs in the season with 4 RBI. And finally, we can't forget about the debut dinger. It's Kuz going 3 for 4 in the night. He had a great night as well. 1 home run, 1 RBI. All came from that solo ding. Now batting .375 on the season, OPS of 1.125. That was his first home run and first RBI on the season, so congratulations to Cuz on that. So let's talk about the head-to-head series. It's the Fighters right now. They lead 1-0, of course, in the last night victory in Chicago, 7-1. But tonight, Ravens have the chance to equalize the series by taking a win here in Nippon, and far, far, far into the future, it will be the Ravens back in Nippon. That'll be round 29, though, so far, far, far into the future. And also, let's look at tonight's starters presented by Hardware Haven. Well, for the Chicago Ravens, they're putting out their captain, Leonidas. In 6 games, he has a record of 2-0. I did not change his stats. I apologize, folks. That is not his stat line. I will give you his stat line right now. In 6 games, he has a record of 2-0, an ERA of 4.78, 24 strikeouts to 1 walk. That was Ninja's old record that you see on screen. That is not Leonidas's. And for the Nippon Fighters, they're putting up Pika in 8 games. He has a record of 0-2, an ERA of 10.5, and 13 strikeouts to 1 walk. Looking at the home run board, leaderboard, it's Bernie still with 9, did not hit one last night. Followed by Azer with 8, Leo and Nuveri and a whole bunch of others sitting at 7, all tied for 3rd. And looking at the RBI counter, it's Bernie again leading with 25 RBI, Ace Lord at 19 now in 2nd, Leo, Nuveri and a bunch of others tied at 18 in 3rd. Can't forget about the ERA leaderboard. Ninja's ERA does spike up to a 1.93, but it's not too bad. I mean, he still leads the league in ERA. Comeback Ben behind him now, even closer, 2.45 ERA. Drum with a 2.57, and Dazer with a 2.7 ERA. Well, upcoming schedule for your Chicago Ravens, they will head on the road. This is a 2-game road stand where they face the Ocala Orbit on Friday, and then on Saturday we will be back home in Chicago to face the Orbit once more. Sunday they will be on the road to take on the Arizona Firebirds before coming back home. This will be a Tuesday night game against the Firebirds again. And for the Nippon Fighters, they will stay at home, part of their 2-game homestand, to take on the Atlanta Rebels, and then going on the road twice, a 2-game home road stand where they take on the Rebels. This will be Saturday, and then on Sunday they will face the Ocala Orbit at home. No, on the road, and then on Tuesday night come back home to face the Orbit once more. Well, now I gotta read to you a bunch of promotions, but before I do that, I wanted to share some of my storylines from last night. Well, Nippon struck early. The Fighters scored 4 runs in the first 3 innings on 7 base hits. 4 out of the 7 base hits, of course, were for extra bases. 2 out of the 7 were home runs. They rung up Ninja's ERA really early. While Ninja only gets 3 earned runs on paper, he did give up 7 runs. But he left during one of the home runs, so that's why it wasn't accredited to him. But I'm sure they might fix that later on during Cy Young voting. Ninja was hit hard in the first 4 innings. Gave up 4 home runs in those first 4. That's about 1 home run every inning. 2 of them came in the top of the second, though. 7 runs would come around to score. That would be all they scored. And I think the other part to this horrible equation was a non-existent offense. Ravens were 1 for 6 with runners in scoring position that night. They scored no runs when there were runners in scoring position. They got 9 total hits on the night, and that 1 lone run came from a Vada home run with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th inning. Again, only 10 base runners with that if we're counting the walk. 9 of them left stranded. And the first run, like I said, I reiterated earlier, came from that Vada home run. The bottom of the 3rd, the Ravens had bases loaded with 1 out, and they turned the 66.7% Noble Tiger thanks to a Leo K, and I believe it was a Noma pop-up. And the Ravens struck out a total of 11 times on the night. So, keys to the game for them tonight, obviously, scoring with wrist, but just taking every at-bat a little bit slower. They seem to be rushing it, especially as the lead got bigger and bigger, and now they're looking to just take one back here. Start again. Every game, they're going to think about it. They're going to 1-0. 1-0. Not this big win streak, not this big losing streak. At the end of the day, none of that matters. It's whoever gets to the postseason. Winning matters then, but right now you just want to win enough to get to the postseason to begin with. Well, like we said, Leo on the mound for the Ravens, and for the Nippon Fighters, it will be Kobe, or better known as Pikachu. And finally, here are all the ad reads I have to read out aloud. Well, folks, if you are thinking that you have a talent and you want to do something with that talent, come on down to the HCBB Talent Show, the second season. Of course, the first one was in season 27. That was in February, and that was a fun time. But yeah, if you're thinking about joining HCBB Got Talent, they're open to all talents, whether it's singing, dancing, I don't know, any talent, cooking, I guess. That will be on July 31st, a 7 p.m. Eastern start. that will be in the HCBB live stage on Discord. If you have questions, you can DM Malevolence on Discord. Credit to We Gonna Be Okay for the graphic, very, very beautiful graphic there, nicely done. Also, we can't forget about some giveaways that are flocking to the park soon. July 19th versus the Bombers, which is round 22. That falls on a Sunday. It will be Southside Story Broadway night as the New York Bombers come into town. Make sure to get your tickets at www.ravens/promotions. For more questions, you can DM me later on Discord. Don't forget, July 21st, they take on the Honolulu Heat. It'll be a Aloha shirt night again in right field. If you have any questions, DM me for all your questions. I'm the man to answer them all. And finally, we cannot forget about Cowboy Night. Bring your hats, bring your boots. It'll be a rootin' tootin' time against the Atlanta Rebels, July 22nd. That will be a Wednesday in right field. So 3 nights of giveaways or themed nights. It's going to be a really fun time at the park tonight. Everyone loading here in the park as we are about ready to get underway for first pitch. Let me just make sure everything is set. So Angel says 6-7. I'm so close to banning him from my channel. Alright, well, if anyone has any questions, please let me know. We're just about ready to get underway here in Nippon. As if you're liking this, make sure to like, make sure to follow, just give us a shout, give us a follow. That really helps push this content out to more people online, and we just appreciate all the support that we get from our viewers. Again, first pitch starting very, very shortly. As people are pouring into the park, we await first pitch, brought to you by Hardware Haven. Just some so I just got some DM from my friend Owen, and he wanted me to say this on air. He said, "My name is Log. I am 6'7". I apologize for this very crude and unusual message. We apologize. We normally don't allow messages like that." Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, again, storylines to watch. I mean, Leo on the cusp of breaking some more history, looking for home run number 8 on the season. So as we're waiting, lineups being set here at home plate. Should be getting underway soon. Yeah, there we go. There's a start. So, yep, teams being selected. I will take away pregame slide again. This is round number 14. Nippon M Fighters against your Chicago Ravens. We are in Nippon tonight as we await for the jersey. Looks like they will go with the road grays. Nope, the road purple. I don't know what. Okay, Leo's just choosing any jersey. It looks like they will go with the purple jerseys with the black shoulders, and So as we wait for first pitch, as here we go. Now we're getting loaded into the ballpark. As I look onto my chat, and it says the frass and grants is greener on the other side of the apple fence. For those who know, oh, my camera's broken, so we're gonna have to wait real quick as I have to go fix this problem. Alright, sorry about the delay, everybody. I had some camera issues, but now it looks like we're about ready to get underway. It'll be Milo actually taking the mound. At first, it was supposed to be Pika scheduled, but instead it will be Milo. I will read some fun facts for this Nippon Ham Fighters team as we go along throughout the stream. If you have any questions again, feel free to just holler out. Dark says 6-7. Angel says, have a good day and don't forget to take your protein. And Tappy says, or thank you, Tappy, I appreciate it. Well, leading things off, it will be Ninja, and now it will be Kobe taking the mound, like I said earlier. So I was indeed not deceived, and yet Milo inherently took the mound. So as we wait for first pitch to come underway, first pitch again brought to you by Hardware Haven, customer first in Tacoma, Auburn, and Kent. As we're waiting for well, Dark says the frass and grants is greener on the other side of the apple fence. For those who know for real, answer the phone log. As first pitch on the way is taken inside and we are underway. Welcome everybody to Ravens Baseball. Morgana's alongside me, myself, and I. Glad to be here with you on this Wednesday evening. Again, round 14 out of 33 as Ninja fouls that one down the left field line, so the count evens out to 1 ball and 1 strike. So 1-1 here on Ninja as the pitch on the way is taken for strike 2. So the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Ninja. As Kobe disengages from the mound, Pika disengages from the mound. He didn't like that one. Well, fun fact about starting pitcher Pika tonight. He's the only IPU manager with 2 rings unless you count Papa Cola /Vec, and he loves Kobbiemaino. as we wait for him to get ready. Let's see, some fun fact about Ninja. I have it right here. He was a Tropics PM last season, the only time he was not on a Chicago team. Now the stretch and the 1-2 pitch on the way to Ninja. It's down low, ball 2. The count evens out to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Someone said, "Happy Pride Log." It's July. And now again, the 2-2 pitch on the way, swinging a ground ball right to the second baseman, who has it. Now flips to first in time for the first out of the inning. So 1 down, and that'll bring up Go Yankee. So it looks like we gonna be okay at second base. Carter loves the hog at first. So 1 away here in the inning as Yankee takes that pitch for strike 1, 0-1. And now the stretch and the 0-1 pitch on the way to Yankee. It's outside, so the count evens out to 1 ball and 1 strike here on Go Yankee. So it looks like Echo at short, Sindo at third base. Now Pika comes set, the 1-1 pitch, swinging a foul down the left field line. The count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Yankee. Due up next will be the captain, Leonidas. And now Pika comes set, and the 1-2 pitch on the way. It's down low, so the count evens out to 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 away here in the top of the first inning. Chicago just having patient at bats, not trying to do anything. The 2-2 pitch again outside, so count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes here on Go Yankee. Wow, this guy named Dark28 is like really blowing up my chat tonight. And now, the 3-2 pitch from Pika, swinging a fly ball, hit right to the first baseman, Carter, who makes the catch for the second out of the inning. So 2 away, and that'll bring up the captain, Leonidas, in the 3-hole tonight. And on deck will be Notre Dame Nerd. So 2 down, that brings up the captain, Leonidas, batting .333 in the season, 7 home runs, 18 RBI. He is up there in the lineup as he takes strike 1, 0-1. And now from the stretch, here comes the 0-1 pitch on the way to Leo, swing and a miss, off speed inside, got him swinging, so the count goes 2 no balls and 2 strikes. Now Pika comes set, and again the 0-2 pitch on the way to Leo. Strike 3 called, freeze and pitcher's paint on the outside edge, and that will retire the side. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and none left on. 1-2-3 go the Ravens in the top of the first. We head to the bottom of the first inning. The Ravens nothing, the Fighters coming up. Camden says Chicago got their beat yesterday. Hopefully they can come back. Yeah, hopefully I'm hoping that too. As Inwood's first pitch swing as he laces that into left field. BB8 goes to the dive, and he makes the incredible catch. Holy smokes. One down here in the inning. I'm telling you, he laid out for that one. As Carter takes strike one, it's 0-1. As that strike two called. Tappy says, what's that mean? Dark says, when I saw the Vietnam. As Carter takes strike three called, freeze him. Pitcher's Pate rung him up on the outside edge, two-way here in the inning. Strikeout number one for the Ravens tonight. And when a Chicago Ravens pitcher strikes out 12, you know what that means. Free clam chowder here at Carl's. As Kobe swings and pops that one up right to Notre Dame at first, and that will retire the side. So 1, 2, 3 go the Fighters in the bottom of the first. We head to the top of the second, still tied at 0. First baseman Notre Dame Nerd leads things off. And it looks like we have a big message here as Notre Dame steps into the box. When I think back to Vietnam, what stays with me isn't just the fighting, it's the heat. The endless sound of helicopters and the faces of the people I served beside. Every day felt uncertain as the first pitch on the way Notre Dame is taken strike one. It's 0-1. Every day felt uncertain, and you learned to appreciate the smallest moment of peace because you never knew what would come next. Dark says free. Okay, I can't. Dude. Now the 0-1 pitch is taken inside. The count evens out to 1 ball and 1 strike. Ryan said, let's hope the Ravens can get revenge from the night ago. Yeah, that is true, Ryan. Let's hope the Ravens can do that. Now 1-1 here in Notre Dame. Check swing outside. A good take by Notre Dame. So the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike here on Notre Dame. I agree with Tappy. Do not free Diddy. And now Pika comes back. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Count evens out to 2 balls and 2 strikes, or as capitalists would say, deuces wild. Okay. Yeah, this year first. I'm giving him a yellow card for this one. As a 2-2 pitch misses the outside edge, so the count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The stretch, the 3-2 pitch, swing and a foul out of play. Count will stay full. 3 balls and 2 strikes here on Notre Dame Nerd. Ryan says, I feel a home run coming. I hope so, Ryan. I hope so. Now Pika comes set. The 3-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. Frees him a half-hearted swing. And that will sit down Notre Dame. So 1 away here for Anoma. Noma played right field last night in his Scooby-Doo stance with the Scooby-Doo head. I can't say I've seen that one before. First pitch on the way, taken outside, ball 1. Now comes set the 1-0 pitch, swinging a ground ball through the left side of the infield, a base hit. So 1 out single here for Anoma, and there's 1 aboard quickly for the Ravens. So now Pika looks in. 0-1 here on Lucy. On the way, here she comes. It is outside. The count evens out to 1 ball and 1 strike. Lucy calls time to step out the box. Sorry about that. Well, right. And now here comes the 1-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a foul out of play down the first base slide. Carter giving chase will not get there. Count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now Pika comes set. The 1-2 pitch on the way. Strike 3 called. Freeze him. Oh man, that is the 3rd strikeout tonight. 3rd looking. So up steps Rye Guy. Looking to get a hit right here. First pitch on the way. Taking a strike. 0-1. Well, Pika has... Yep, just like Dirk says, looking to get a hit right here. And now, the 0-1 pitch on the way, swung on and missed inside, off speed. So now, no balls and 2 strikes quickly. Pika looking to retire the side, get up the jam right here. Now, comes set, and again, the 0-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a foul ball out of play. Keeps the inning alive, so we'll do this again. No balls and 2 strikes here with a 2-way. We're in the top of the 2nd inning. We're still tied at 2 apiece. Or no ball. No, sorry. Nothing. No one has nothing. It's love all. And now, from the stretch, here comes the 0-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Another slow pitch in the zone, and that will retire the side. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. We head to the bottom of the 2nd, where we're still tied at 0. So that'll bring up shortstop Echo. Echo went 2 for 4 last night. He was absolutely dominant at the plate and on the mound, going 6 strong, giving up no runs. First pitch on the way to Echo is swung on and belted deep to center field, and the woes continue for the Ravens. Goodbye baseball. On the first pitch, Echo sees, he obliterates it out this ballpark. It's 1-0 Nippon. Well, this is about only like the 40th time the Ravens have played trailing in the early part of the game. As Ryan says, I feel a home run coming. Yes, he did feel a home run coming. It just wasn't for the Ravens. So 1-0 quickly here for the Fighters. Sky says they need to lock in. I agree with you, Sky. They really do need to bear down right here. Dark says Super 6-7. First pitch on the way. Swinging a ground ball foul. 0-1. As the 0-1 pitch is lined down the left field line, but it goes foul, so the count goes to no balls and 2 strikes. Milo. And now the stretch and the 0-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. Oh, curve up high and 1 away here in the inning. And that'll bring up third baseman Sindo. Sindo batting .279 on the season. As he swings and misses on that one for strike number 1. Wow, Dark is sending a lot of messages in the chat as Sindo laces that over the head of the third baseman Rye Guy into left field, a base hit. So a 1-out single here for Sindo. As Tappy comes up to bat, takes strike 1. It's 0-1. As Leo sends that up high and outside, so the count evens out to 1 ball and 1 strike. As Tappy swings and misses on that one. Now count 1-2. Leo looking for another K right here. As there's a weak ground ball past the dive of Notre Dame into right field. A base hit. Sindo will get down to second base on the play. So another single keeps the line moving. Back-to-back hits for the Fighters. Noma in right tonight. As the second baseman, We Gonna Be Okay, takes strike one, 0-1. And there's strike two, so now no balls and 2 strikes quickly here on We Gonna Be Okay. As there's a fly ball hit out to deep center field. Shallow center field, sorry. Drops in a base hit. So base is juiced here as BB8, the center fielder, just has to quickly get it in. So now the base is juiced. 3 straight singles for the Fighters as Jinwoods will come back up to lead things off. They're playing with 8 tonight. They're playing shorthanded, and yet they still lead 1-0. There's strike one, 0-1. Ravens looking to turn the double play right here. As ball one sails outside, so the count evens out to 1 ball and 1 strike. Base is juiced. 1 run in already here for the Fighters off of a solo blast from Echo. Leo looking to limit the damage. He will let up as Jinwoods pops it up into right field. This might bring in 1 runner. Anoma makes the catch. Here comes Sindo tagging at third, and now will head back. A smart choice. He would have gotten gunned at home. So 2 down, and that'll bring up the first baseman, Carter Loves Hog. Carter struck out looking in his first at bat. He takes ball 1 inside, 1-0. As the 1-0 pitch finds the outside edge, so the count evens out to 1 ball and 1 strike. Wow, Dark is putting a lot of emojis as the 1-1 pitch on the way, taken outside, ball 2, so 2-1 here. I can't read all these emojis, wow. And the 2-1 pitch swing and a fly ball hit out to right field. Anoma there to make the catch and retire the threat. So 1 run comes in thanks to a solo Echo blast, but 3 base runners held. 1 run on 4 hits, no errors, and 3 left on. We get to the top of the third where the Ravens trail 1-0 against the Nippon Ham Fighters. So auto out added as Seccaro lags out. And it'll be third baseman Vada leading things off. First pitch on the way, taken outside, ball 1. As the 1-0 pitch is popped into foul territory, third baseman Sindo goes to a dive, cannot make the catch. Count evens out to 1 ball and 1 strike. Dark, bro, if you keep messaging that, I'm going to have to ban you. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Vada. The pitch on the way, it's outside. Good check swing. So 2-2 now. And now the 2-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a ground ball through the middle of the infield. A base hit. Up with the ball is the center fielder Tappy. The throw to first not nearly in time. So 1 out single here for Vada. Stay hot, please. So 1 away, and that'll bring up Decayed Hearts. I have never seen them before, so they will be taking over for Ninja. As we will get you your fielding arrangements soon. As Echo goes behind the plate to catch now, so runner on first here with 1 away. First pitch out up high and outside. A good take by Decayed. Now the stretch and the 1-0 pitch on the way to Decayed, swinging a fly ball into foul territory. First baseman Carter goes to a dive, cannot make the catch, so the count evens out to 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 on. Now the set and the 1-1 pitch on the way. It's taken for strike number 2. So the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Decayed. So 1 and 2. Fighters lead 1-0 early thanks to a solo Echo home run. Now the set and the 1-2 pitch on the way. It's a little bunt. Vada will get down to second safely, so it advances the runner. The throw to first in time. So 1-3 put out, and on the play, Vada will get down to second base, and that'll bring up center fielder, or second baseman, Go Yankee. As he takes strike 1, it's 0-1. So first runner in scoring position for the Ravens tonight. Ravens only scoring 1 run last night, looking to strike early. The 0-1 pitch on the way. It's outside. The count evens out to 1 ball and 1 strike. Sorry, Tappy. He's just some random kid, bro. I can't control that. So as we await 1 ball and 1 strike from Pika on the way here to the Yankees, swung through and missed. So now the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. And oh boy, things are looking bad. Pika looking to get out the side, get out the jam right here. Vada at second, Yankee at the plate. Following him, it'll be Leo, then Notre Dame. Now the set, and here comes the 1-2 pitch on the way to Go Yankees. Swing and a miss. And that will retire the side. So no runs come on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. We head to the bottom of the 3rd. The Fighters lead 1-0. As the first pitch on the way is grounded through the body of Ryguy at 3rd. So a leadoff single here for Pika, the pitcher. 1 on, and that'll bring up Echo, the very dangerous hitter. As Echo swings and drives that one deep to right field, but foul and out of place. The count 0-1 here in Echo. Echo laces that in right to the shortstop for 1. Fires to first. It is in time. A 6-4-3 double play. How about that? looks like Jerko is in as Milo steps in to bat. First pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. Nothing in one. As Milo takes strike number 2. So the count goes to 1 ball and no balls and 2 strikes here quickly. Now the stretch, the 0-2 pitch up high, ball 1. So 1-2 here. Now Leo comes set, and again the 1-2 pitch, swinging a line drive or ground ball right to Raga at third. He steps up, fires nobody at first. Oh no! Everybody playing deep. Notre Dame not there. So a 2-out single for Milo, and here comes Sindo. How about that? So infield single as Sindo swings and drives that one deep to right field. And that one is long gone into the bullpen. A 2-run blast from Sindo as he elevates his team. Now the Fighters lead. It is 3-0 Nippon. Well, how about that? Sindo elevating his team up above these Ravens. Not a good start for the Ravens out the gate. As Tappy, the center fielder, fouls that one off down the first baseline. The count is 0-1. Now the stretch, the 0-1 pitch, check swing, it is outside, so the count evens out to 1 ball and 1 strike. As Tappy fouls that one down the right field line, so now the count 1-2. Leo looking to get out of the inning right here. Gets assigned the stretch, the 1-2 pitch, swinging another foul out of play. This one down the third baseline, so the count will stay once more, 1 ball and 2 strikes. And strike 3 called, Frieza. So strikeout number, I believe that is 1, 2, 3. Strikeout number 3 here for Leonidas as we head to the top of the 4th. 2 runs coming on 3 hits, no errors and none left on. We head to the top of the 4th. Ravens now trail by 3. So that'll bring up Leonidas. First pitch on the way. It's down low, ball 1. Ravens have been getting runners on base. Now they just need to score with it. As that pitch is swung on and missed, so the count evens out to 1 ball and 1 strike. So 1-1 here on Leo. Fighters lead 3-0 over the Chicago Ravens. Now the stretch. Here comes the 1-1 pitch on the way to Leo. Swinging a fly ball down the left field line. It is dropping. It is dropping. It will be caught by the left fielder. Jin Woods goes to a dive at the track to make the catch and rob extra bases from Leo. How about that? Mike Trout says Ravens lose this. I would tend to disagree. As the first pitch on the way to Notre Dame, here she comes. Swinging a fly ball hit into shallow left field. This one is dropping. This one is dropping. This one is over the leaping head of the shortstop into left field. A base hit. So the ball gets into the Bermuda Triangle as Notre Dame, safe on first, ends that hitless streak. That will bring up right fielder Anoma. 1 for 1 tonight with the single. as Anoma swings and drives that one into the shallow center field. Leaping out is the shortstop to make the catch. So P6 in your scorecard, 2-way here in the inning. So the Ravens have not been able to capitalize with runners on base. First pitch on the way to Lucy, swung on and missed, 0-1. So Notre Dame on first base, Lucy at the plate, 2 down here in the inning. Now Pika comes set as the 0-1 pitch sails up high, so the count evens out to 1 ball and 1 strike. Lucy calls time to step out the box. Mike Trout says, only way Ravens can win this is getting more hits and actually pitching well. They can't get their runners home. And that is true. As the 1-1 pitch on the way to Lucy is inside, ball 2. So a good eye by Lucy. The count goes to 2 balls and 1 strikes. So now Lucy calls time again, steps out the box. Notre Dame at first. Lucy at the plate trying to keep the inning alive right here. Now here comes the stretch and the 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. So the count evens out to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cap would say deuces wild here with Notre Dame at first base. Mike says a homer here improves their chances a lot. Oh boy, it sure would. But right now, you don't want to be the home run hero. You just want to keep the inning alive. Now the stretch, the 2-2 pitch on the way. Swinging a weak fly in the infield. Milo, the first baseman, comes out, is there to make the catch and retire the side. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. We head to the bottom of the 4th where the Ravens trail by 3. As second baseman, We Gonna Be Okay, will lead things off. Hi, Luis. How you doing? First pitch on the way is outside, ball 1, so the count 1-0 here on Wii. As there's ball 2, so Leo misses the zone twice. Now the count quickly, 2 balls and no strikes. There's strike 1 call, so the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Now Leo looks in, gets to sign the stretch, the 2-1 pitch, swing and a fly ball hit to deep left field. This one is going and going. It is into the bullpen and gone. A leadoff home run for We Gonna Be Okay. It's 4-0 Nippon. He charges the mound, laughs a bit, now takes his tour around the bases as it is now 4-0. So Ravens have found themselves in a pickle, and it's of course it's early, but being down 4 runs in the bottom of the 4th surely does not help your chances. So 1 run in on 1 hit thanks to a solo blast from We Gonna Be Okay. First pitch strike, 0-1. Now the 0-1 pitch, swing and a line drive through the middle of base. And now Seccaro in the shift comes up with the catch and he makes the out. Well, I thought that was getting through the infield. Instead, Seccaro had other plans as he gloves it and tosses it to Anoma, who now plays first. Notre Dame in right. So make those changes accordingly in your scorecard. First pitch on the way, taking a strike, 0-1. Now no balls and 2 strikes here quickly on Carter as he calls time to step out the box, adjust the batting gloves. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Strike 3 called. Freeze him. Ring him up on the outside edge. There's 2 down here in the inning. Strikeout number 4 for Leonidas tonight. And that'll bring up the pitcher again. Pika 1 for 2 tonight with the single. Of course, would get grounded into a double play as he takes strike 1. It's 0-1. Now there's strike 2. So now 0-2. Mike Trout says, my team was down 7-0 in the 8th, and there is such a low chance for them coming back as there's a big swing and a miss there by Pika. So back-to-back Ks to retire the side. 1 run comes in and 1 hit thanks to a solo blast from We Gonna Be Okay. We head to the top of the 5th. The Ravens trailing by a handful. Be third baseman Rai Guy to lead things off. So base hits coming few and far between here for the Ravens. 1 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th, all left on base. First pitch on the way to Rai Guy is taken in for a strike. It's 0-1. Down the stretch, here comes the 0-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Off speed, got him all tangled up. So now the count, no balls and 2 strikes quickly going around. The set, and here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a fly ball pulled foul down the right field line. So the count will stay at no balls and 2 strikes. After Rai Guy, it will be Seccaro and then Vada. Now the stretch, here comes the 0-2 pitch, strike 3 called, will ring him up. 1 down here, and they'll bring up the shortstop Seccaro, batting .250 on the season. Strikeout number 6 here for Pika. Seccaro here's a guy who's been around for a while, along with Gabe and Settler and all those folks. First pitch to Seccaro. Here she comes. Swing and a miss. Swinging early on and off speed inside. 0-1. Now the stretch. Here comes the 0-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a fly ball pulled foul down the left field line. The count quickly now. No balls and 2 strikes here on Seccaro. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch on the way to Seccaro. Swinging a fly ball hit out to shallow right field. We gonna be okay. It's over his head. It's into right field. Will Milo throw him out? No, he won't. It's a 1-out single for Seccaro. I thought that was gonna be caught. So did Seccaro. He started walking back to the dugout, but that's why you should always hustle, folks, to your bases. That'll bring up second baseman Vada. So Vada hit that 2-run home run that solo home run last night. That was all the Ravens managed to put up. But at least you don't get shut out as Vada swings and fouls that one down the third base line. It's 0-1. So Seccaro at first base, lagged out in his last at bat. After that, it'll be Decade and then Go Yankee. The stretch, the 0-1 pitch on the way. Swinging a weak chopper right to Milo, who will make the catch for the second out of the inning. So 2 down, that'll bring the left fielder Decade Hearts. First pitch on the way, here she comes, swing and a miss, 0-1. So right now, Pika looking to work another scoreless inning. It'll be just inning number 13 if he can complete it right here, where the Ravens have not scored, as that pitch is inside, ball 1. Well, folks, if you're liking this, make sure to like, make sure to share, make sure to give this stream a follow. Help us reach more people around the world. Now, here comes the 1-1 pitch on the way to Decade. Swing and a miss. So the count now 1-2. Pika looking to get out of the jam right here. Now, Pika looks in, gets the sign from Echo, and again, disengaged from the mound. So Seccaro in first, Decade at the plate. If she can somehow get on, it would be Yankee, then Leo, then Notre Dame to follow. Now, here comes the set, and the 1-2 pitch on the way to Hearts. Swing and miss. Put her away with the high heat, and that will retire the side. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. We head to the bottom of the 5th, where the Ravens trail by 4. First pitch on the way to Echo is swung on and missed, nothing in 1. Echo 1 for 2 tonight. Hit a solo home run in the 2nd inning, which started all the damage, and then also hit a 4-6-3 double play to retire the side. Now the 0-1 pitch on the way, it's outside. The count evens out to 1 ball and 1 strike. So fielding arrangements here for the Ravens. Leo on the mound, Lucy behind home plate. Here comes the 1-1 pitch on the way to Echo. It's taken a strike, 1-2. Raigai at third, Seccaro at short, Vada at second, Notre Dame now at first, Anoma back and right, Yankee in center. The 1-2 pitch swinging is popped up into right field. Anoma giving chases there, looks up, makes the catch for the first out of the inning. So 1 down, and that'll bring up the third baseman, Sindo, or the first baseman, Milo. 1 for 2, singled, that 2 at single, and then scored thanks to a Sindo 2-run home run. Decade in left, Yankee in center, and Anoma back and right. The first pitch on the way, taking a strike, nothing and 1. Well, on the top of the 6th will be Yankee, Leo, and Notre Dame, all kind of struggling tonight. As that pitch is swung and fouled down the third base line. So the count quickly here. No balls and 2 strikes. Leo looking to get another K right here. That would be strikeout number 6. On the 0-2 pitch, swinging a line drive down the third base line, but foul. So the count will stay at no balls and 2 strikes here on Milo. Now the stretch, and again, the 0-2 pitch outside, ball 1. So the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes with 1 out, Sindo on deck. Now the stretch, here comes the 1-2 pitch, swing and miss. Put him away with high heat, and there's 2 down here in the inning. 2 away, and that'll bring up Sindo. Had that 2-run home run last time at bat, 2 for 2 in the night with a single as well. Strikeout number 6 on the night for Leonidas. First pitch on the way. It's swung and lined right to the shortstop, Seccaro, who steps up now, fires the first. Not in time. Well, they were playing too far deep into the shift, and it's a 2-out single for pinch hitter Moosh. How about that? Dion and Ace dancing behind home plate. As Moosh takes strike 1. Well, Moosh is not a name we are not familiar with. Remembered him in IPU, Season 8 of IPU specifically. He was a monster. He takes strike 2 now, no balls and 2 strikes. And it's apparent he's a monster here in Main League 2, batting 282 as he swings and drives that one to center field. Everyone coming out, and it will drop in the Bermuda Triangle, a base hit. So on the play, Sindo gets down to second base. Runners on first and second here for not KO. So here comes Quebble. pinch hitting for We Gonna Be Okay tonight. So 2 back-to-back base hits. That's pitch is swung and a miss. So now no balls and 2 strikes quickly here on Quibble. Sindo at second, Moosh at first. The set, the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Put him away with the curve up high, and that'll retire the side. So no runs come on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on. We get to the top of the 6th inning. Heart of the order coming up for the Ravens. Only the 2nd inning where the Fighters did not score. So it looks like we might have a quick no mound visit. And they were playing shorthanded, so Echo will go to third base. He will have a... So now a new third baseman comes into the game. It's a musical chairs out there in the infield as Yankee swings and misses, and that one it's 0-1. So Yankee followed by Leo and Notre Dame. 2, 3, 4 in the order here for the Ravens. Ravens only put up 4 hits, all of them stranded on the base. As Pika throws up all the way, he didn't like that one, gets a new one from the umpire. Now, Pika looks in this set, the 0-1 pitch on the way, check swing, it is inside. So the count evens out to 1 ball and 1 strike. Hey everybody, how you doing? See your comments in the chat. Now Pika looks in the set. Here comes the 1-1 pitch on the way to Yankee. Swinging a ground ball right to Milo at short. He steps up, scoops, fires the first in time for out number 1. And that'll bring up Leonidas 0 for 2 tonight with a flyout and a strikeout. So if there's someone that you would ever need to start a rally, it'd be this guy. It'd be Leonidas. Started one in Philadelphia on Friday night, and you could probably start one right here if you could get a hit, maybe even a home run. So 0-1 here on Leonidas. The stretch and the pitch on the way to Leo. It's another strike called, so no balls and 2 strikes quickly here on Leonidas. Now Pika working with tempo, gets the sign, and now the stretch. Here comes once more. The 0-2 pitch on the way. It's outside, ball 1. So a good take by Leonidas. We have seen countless Raven rallies started thanks to this man's home run. Can he do it one more time right here? The 1-2 pitch, it's up high, ball 2. So the count evens out to 2 balls and 2 strikes here on Leo. From the set, here comes the 2-2 pitch on the way to Leo. It is outside, ball 3. So full count here on Leonidas. 3 balls, 2 strikes, looking to get on any way he can. Now Pika gets the sign from Echo from the set. Here comes the 3-2 pitch on the way. Swinging a fly ball hit out to left field, but the left fielder, Jin Woods, will not get there. It drops in, a base hit. Leo with a 1-out single. Does a little airplane. He's aboard. Here comes Notre Dame. How about that? An absolute battle from Leo. And there's one on here with one away. And here comes Notre Dame to the plate. Looking to spark a rally right here. First pitch on the way, taken outside for ball 1. So 1-0 here in Notre Dame. And the 1-0 pitch taken up high, ball 2. So now 2 balls and no strikes here in Notre Dame. Following him, it will be Anoma. Now, Pika comes set, and the 2-0 pitch on the way. It is down low, ball 3. So 3 balls and no strikes here on Notre Dame Nerd. Looking to get on base any way you can. A base hit, a home run, a walk, everything works. The stretch, the 3-0 pitch. Check swing, it's a strike. He did go around. So the count goes now to 3 balls and 1 strike. Notre Dame has yet to hit a home run in this season. Now on the stretch, the 3-1 pitch on the way. Swinging a fly ball, hit into right field. The right fielder is there to make the catch. No, it's over his head. It bounces off the wall. He goes AFK. Leo down to third. Notre Dame slides safe into second. And now runners in second and third here for the Ravens. Holy smokes, how about that? I thought that was surely a can of corn for the right fielder, Quibble. It got over his head, bounced off the wall, and now there's some trouble brewing here on the base paths. That will bring up now who is playing first and right tonight, Anoma. So another wall double. We are used to seeing that from this man. Notre Dame, first pitch on the way to Anoma, taking a strike, 0-1. This is the first time the Ravens had a runner in scoring position. Can they take advantage of it? Now, the 0-1 pitch on the way to Anoma. It is outside, ball 1. So the count evens out to 1 ball and 1 strike here on Anoma. One ball, 1 strike, 2 on, and 1 away in a game where the Ravens trail by 4. But right now, you just need to think about getting that first run back, then that second run back. Don't want to be the hero. You just want to keep the line moving. Now, the stretch, the 1-1 pitch on the way to Anoma. It is a strike called in the inside part of the zone. So 1-2 here on Anoma. Infield playing in, looking for that bunt. Leo at third, Notre Dame at second. Tension building. This is the biggest opportunity for the Ravens. Can they cash the 1-2 pitch again? Swing and a miss. Off speed outside. Got him swinging. And there's 2 away here for Lucy. 0 for 2 tonight, as she has been on the cold streak for herself. It's Lucy. It flew out and struck out tonight. Strikeout number 7 for Pika as Lucy fouls that one down the third base line. It's 0-1. Now the stretch. Here comes the 0-1 pitch on the way to Lucy. It is another strike called. So now Pika 1 strike away from getting out of trouble right here. Ravens may not be able to capitalize. Leo at third, Notre Dame at second. Lucy at the plate trying to do something. And again, the 0-2 pitch. Down low, ball 1. A good take by Lucy. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 on, and 2 away. 2 runners in scoring position, the first tonight for the Ravens. Now again, the 1-2 pitch. It is outside. The count evens out to 2 balls, 2 strikes, and deuce is wild here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, 2 away. Lucy trying to do something right here. goes into the motion, the stretch, the 2-2 pitch, swing and a fly ball hit into deep center field. The center fielder going back. He will not get there. It bounces off the wall. Leo scores. Notre Dame will score. Lucy hustles into second. She is safe. 2 runs on the board here for the Ravens tonight. Holy smokes. Well, that's already one more run than you put on last night. A 2-run wall double by Lucy. Leo scores, Notre Dame scores, and now the lead has been cut in half. Hey now. Here comes Rye Guy 0 for 2 tonight. As he swings and corks that right to the second baseman, we gonna be okay. The flip to first in time to retire the side. So no 2 runs come on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning, where now the Fighters lead 4-2 over the Ravens. How about that? First pitch on the way, taking a strike, 0-1. So second baseman, we gonna be okay. Leading things off here. As he fouls that one down the left field line, it's 0-2 here on We Gonna Be Okay. Hit a big home run down into right field to make it 4-0. Nippon. As he takes that one inside, 1-2. Now the 1-2 pitch, swinging a fly ball, but weakly to second base. Vada drops. Now he throws on the move, not in time. It is a leadoff single here for the second baseman. We gonna be okay. So 1 aboard with nobody out. That'll bring up the left fielder, Jin Woods, 0 for 3 tonight. As he takes strike 1, it's 0-1. As that pitch sails inside, so the count evens out to 1 ball and 1 strike. Now the stretch and the 1-1 pitch on the way to Jinwood, swinging a fly ball hit into shallow left field. Everyone going out, they will not get there. It drops in the Bermuda Triangle, a base hit on the play. We gonna be okay down to second base. Jinwoods is no longer hitless on the night. How about that? So 2 on right away here for the Fighters as they look to threaten. They look to get the runs back that they just gave up. As Carter swings and drives that one deep to center field. And that one is long gone. Well, like I said, they were looking to get their runs back. And boy, did they get their runs back indeed. A 3-run home run. We gonna be okay scores. Jinwood scores, and now Carter scores. It's 7-2 Nippon. So 2 bloops followed by 1 big blast and 3 more runs put on the board. It is 7-2 Nippon. First pitch on the way to Pika is popped up right to Vada, makes the catch, 1 down here in the inning. One away, and that'll bring up the shortstop, catcher, third baseman, but now playing catcher, Echo. 1 for 3 tonight, had a solo home run in the second inning, grounded to a 6-4-3 double play, and flew out to right field. The first pitch on the way is taking a strike, 0-1. Now to set the 0-1 pitch, strike 2 called. So now no balls and 2 strikes here on Echo. Only 1 away here in the inning. Now again the 0-2 pitch in the dirt, ball 1. So the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes with 1 away. And now Leo looks in, gets assigned the set. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a pop-up infield. Nobody is there. It will drop as it gets past Leo, and is down a hit. So let's see if they will register this as an error. Oh, yet they do. So it does count as a hit, but there's an error, and there's a ground ball right to Seccaro. They can turn two. The flip to second. The throw away to first. Oh, no, they threw it away. And on the play, Milo gets down to third. Well, Notre Dame was not at the bag, but they do turn one of 6-4. Throw it away. One out. Milo advances to third. So I guess you can put 4-6 fielder's choice, advances to third on the error. First was on way, swung and popped up but foul. Down the left field line, they count 0-1. That set, here comes the 0-1 pitch on the way to Moosh. It is down low, ball one. Count evens out to 1 ball and 1 strike. Now the set, here comes the 1-1 pitch. Inside, ball 2. So the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Now comes set and the 2-1 pitch. In there for a strike. So count evens out. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 away. Leo trying to get out of the inning right here. Gets the sign, the stretch, and the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Put him away with an off-speed pitch. And that will retire the side. So 3 runs come on 4 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We get to the top of the 7th. Your Mechanics Bank score. It's the Fighters 7, the Ravens 2. So as we head to the top of the 7th, Seccaro will lead things off. Start played short tonight. He was done a pretty good job. 1 for, I guess, 2. He lagged out in his first at bat. That counted as an auto out. He had a single in the 5th, would be left stranded though. And while scoring opportunities come few and far between, they did put a rally together in the 6th, only for those runs to be erased after Nippon tagged on 3 more. Well, it looks like the Ravens trying to chip away at a 7-2 deficit. They at least want to bring the score to be respectable. Well, Pika goes back to the mound to work another inning. Already at 91 pitches, so this might be his end. He looks in, gets the sign, the set, and the first pitch on the way to Seccaro. It's taken up high. Ball 1. 1-0. And the 1-0 pitch on the way to Seccaro. Swing and a miss. Got them all tied up on an off-speed curve. So now the count's 1-1. And now 1 ball, 1 strike here to Seccaro. Swing and a miss. Back foot slider. Now 1 ball and 2 strikes here quickly on Seccaro. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, the stretch, and the 1-2 pitch. Swing and miss. Put him away with heat up in the zone. 1 away, and that'll bring up Vada, the 9-hole. Strikeout number 9 tonight for Pika, as he works at 95 pitches. The first pitch on the way to Vada. Here she comes. It's down low and outside for ball 1. So 1-0. And the 1-0 pitch on the way to Vadas. Check swing. It's in there for a strike. The count evens out to 1 ball and 1 strike. Vada calls time to step out the box and adjust the batting glove. And the 1-1 pitch on the way to Vada. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes now here on Vada. They have struggled hitting the off-speed pitches tonight, and that really has been what Pika has been exploiting, using all those off speeds to get them swinging. Now here comes the set, and the 1-2 pitch on the way to Vada. Swinging a line drive, roped into left field, a base hit, gets past the dive of Milo. It's a 1-out single aboard for Vada. That'll bring up pinch hitter White Stowers, repping the French flag in the back. So everybody looks like coming in to play leadoff tonight as he takes ball 1 down low. 1-0 here on Stowers. And now Pika comes set. Pitch 101 on the way. Check swing, it is outside. So now the count 2-0 here on Stowers. Pika looks in, gets the sign, the stretch, the 2-0 pitch, swinging a ground ball, bounces off the mound, right to Milo at short. The flip to second, not in time. The relay to first, it's a 4-6-3. Everybody's safe play. Well, how about that? The transfer to the throwing hand came late, and that will retire Pika. That is ends his night 2 on for Yankee. 0 for 3 tonight in a bad slump, as it looks like Carter will take the mound in replacement. So an infield single, and on the play, Vada gets down to second base. As he swings and misses from that one, 0-1. So the stretch and the pitch on the way to Yankee. It's outside, ball 1. So the count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 runners on, and the first way, if you even want to fathom coming back, is to just get run number 3 on the board right here. It does not have to be a gigantic home run. It just has to be a little RBI single. Now the stretch and the 1-1 pitch on the way to Yankee. Swing and a foul down the left field line. The count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. After Yankee, it will be Leo and then Notre Dame. The stretch, the 1-2 pitch. Check swing, and it's strike 3 called. Got him on the outside edge. There's 1 away here in 2 away here in the top of the 8th, in the 7th. So 2 away, and that'll bring up Leonidas. The team captain had that clutch single that started the rally in the 6th, and guess what? A big blast could maybe start another rally right here, but let's see. As Carter now changes his avatar. He's going with this one. Now gets into the motion, the stretch, the first pitch on the way to Leo, taking up high. Ball 1, 1-0 here on Leonidas. Leo with 7 home runs on the season, 18 RBI. And the 1-0 pitch on the way to Leo, swing and a miss. Curve got them all tied up. 1-1. So Stowers at first, Vada at second, the stretch, and the 1-1 pitch on the way to Leo. It is outside and up high for ball 2. So the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike here on Leonidas. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Leo looking to maybe get a run on the board right here. Now the 2-1 pitch. It is a strike called. Count evens out to 2 balls and 2 strikes. And now once more, deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nevada at second. Stowers at first. 2 away. Ravens trail by 5. The stretch, the 2-2 pitch. Swinging a fly ball down the left field line and toward the corner. It drops in a fair ball. Here comes Vada. He'll score. Stowers getting down to third. Nobody up with the ball. Now Stowers makes a turn at third. Here comes the throw to the plate. It is offline. Stowers scores. It's a 2-out, 2 RBI. Double here for the captain, Leonidas. Oh, captain, my captain. How about that? 2 runs in, thanks to our captain, Leonidas. It is now only a 4-7 Fighters lead. First pitch on the way to Notre Dame is taken high and outside, ball 1. So 1-0 here on Notre Dame. Now, Carter gets into the motion to set the 1-0 pitch. It is taking a strike, counting him out to 1 ball and 1 strike. Now, the 1-1 pitch on the way to Notre Dame. It is a strike called. So Carter 1 strike away from getting out the jam right here. Leo at second base. And if Notre Dame could reach base, the tying run would come up to the plate. Here comes the stretch. And the 1-2 pitch on the way. Strike 3 called. Freeze him. And that will retire the side. So 2 runs come on 3 hits. No errors, and 1 left on. We get to the bottom of the 7th inning. The Ravens trail by 3. So, Quebo leading things off. As he swings and drives that one into center field. And right there is Vada to make the leaping catch for the first out of the inning. 1 down, and that'll bring up the center fielder Tappy. 1 for 2 tonight. First pitch on the way, taken down low for ball 1. So 1-0 to start things off. As Tappy swings and misses through that one. So now it is 1 ball and 1 strike. As that pitch is the strike called. So now 1-2 here on Tappy. Now Leo comes set. And again, the 1-2 pitch. Oh, there's a little bunt right to first base. Nobody covering the bag. The throw to Leo at first. It is not in time. Oh, a good effort and a cheap bunt there by Tappy. So 1 aboard with 1 away. That's going to bring up We Gonna Be Okay. And bunting when the first baseman is playing back like that is just... that it is smart, but it is also a little unsportsmanlike. First pitch on the way, taking a strike, 0-1. Fielders double play depth. And it's the 0-1 pitch on the way. Swinging a fly ball, hit out to center field. Yankee goes back to the track, to the wall, goes to a leap, and it's off over his head and bounces off the wall. So the throw will come into Seccaro at short. Runners at second and third here with 1 away, and they just cannot get out. And that'll bring up relief pitcher Seccaro. That will end Leo's night. Of course, 2 runs still on the base paths for him. That will count toward his final score if they do come home. First pitch on the way to Jinwoods. Check swing, it's inside, ball 1. Jinwoods 1 for 4 tonight. Singled in the 6th and scored on that 3-run home run as the 1-0 pitch is absolutely obliterated. Back, and gone. A 3-run blast here from the Fighters. It's 10-4. Fighters lead. Well, how about that? A big blast on the second pitch he sees from Seccaro. That clears the bases off, so that will add 2 more runs to Leo's final scorecard. Now we'll end Leonidas' night. Well, we will give you his final score momentarily. So it seems like every time the Ravens chip away at the lead, they just give it right back in the next inning. And that is a big talk they will have heading into the off day tomorrow as that ball 1 sails outside. Count evens out to 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch on the way to Carter. Here she comes. It's up high and inside. So the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. As the 2-1 pitch is fly to left, Anoma there to make the catch. 2 down here in the inning. 2 away, and that'll bring up the pitcher. The starting pitcher, Kobbe. So something unusual. This Nippon team has been hitting everything, and they've been hitting everything hard. Something the Ravens are not used to seeing. No 1 pitch on the way. It's inside, ball 1. So the count evens out to 1 ball and 1 strike. Now here comes the set. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a pop-up in the infield. Leo is there to make the catch, and that will retire the side. So 3 runs come on, 3 hits, no errors, and none left on. We head to the top of the 8th. Ravens now trail by 6. So that will bring up the right fielder, Anoma, leading things off. Anoma is 1 for 3 tonight. Single popped out to short and struck out. So if you want to start a rally, you have to start it now. And it will be Anoma, then Lucy, and then Raigai. Raigai has been struggling a little bit tonight. But if you can just turn it over to the top of the lineup 1 more time before the top of the 9th, that would be ultimately the goal. Now, here comes the 1-0 pitch on the way to Anoma. Check swing, it's in there for a strike. Count evens out to 1 ball and 1 strike. So, Ravens are on the brink of dropping their 2nd game of the season, their 2nd in a row. As Carter disengages from the mound. We're in the top of the 8th. The Ravens trail 4-10 as we need a new shortstop out there. 1-1, the count on Anoma. Now the set, the 1-1 pitch. It's a strike called, so the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Anoma. Now here comes the set. The 1-2 pitch. It's up high. Good take by Anoma, so the count evens out to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Just trying to get on base any way he can. Ravens down by 6. They would love. They need base runners. That's the first key to the game. Now the set. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Again, strike 3 call to ring him up. And in those type of pitches, you just have to protect the plate. 1 down here in the top of the 8th. That'll bring up Lucy. So Lucy 1 for 3 tonight with that wall shot double. First pitch on the way. Here she comes. It's in there for a strike. Nothing in one. And you would have to imagine now that the Fighters have such a lead, they might start pounding the strike zone more, which might mean that the Ravens might have to swing more. The 0-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a line drive into right field. No, the second baseman, we gonna be okay. Cuts it off. Fires to first in time for the second out of the inning. So 2 down quickly, and that will bring up Ryguy 0 for 3 tonight with 2 strikeouts. First pitch on the way to Ryguy. Here she comes, swinging a fly ball, foul down the left field line. The count is 0-1. Carter looking to sit down the side. 1, 2, 3 in order right here by recording this 24th out. Stretch, first pitch on the way, swing and miss. Now no balls and 2 strikes. Here on Ryguy. After giving up that double, Carter is really locked in. Now the 0-2 pitch inside, ball 1. So the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Ryguy. Ryguy calls time to step out the box, adjust the batting glove. After Ryguy, it will be Seccaro, Vada, and Stowers. Ravens are running out of outs for sure. Now the stretch, the 1-2 pitch. Swinging a fly ball, hit into shallow right center field. This is dropping in. A base hit. No, it will be caught by the center fielder. Tabby, I'm sorry. Oh, my. Give me a... Instead, that was caught by the center fielder, Tappy. Holy smokes, what a play out there by the center fielder, flashing some leather. We get to the bottom of the 8th. Seccaro still on the mound. Echo leading things off. It's been a very unlucky night for the Ravens tonight. They just cannot put anything together offensively, it seemed like. And when they do, they give it up right back. Now the stretch, the 0-1 pitch on the way. It's a strike call. So now no balls and 2 strikes here on Echo. That's ball 1. So the count goes to 1-2. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Put him away with the off speed inside. 1 away here in the inning. One down, that'll bring up the shortstop, Milo. 1 for 4 tonight with single as he flies that one into left field. That will be drop in for a base hit. So 1 out single as Stowers has to get the throw in to Leo at short. So 1 on and 1 away. That'll bring up, I believe, the second baseman, Moosh, as he takes ball 1 down low. I mean, not second baseman. I think now he's playing center field. Everybody's playing everywhere. It's hard to figure out who's playing where. No one can stay in their seats. They all have ants in their pants. Here comes the 1-0 pitch on the Moosh. Swinging a fly ball. Hit out to left center field. Yankee on the chase. He will not get there as it drops over his head and now bangs off the wall that ankles out, and now here comes Milo on his high horse heading home. The throw to the plate, it will be not in time. Milo in there standing. 1 more run comes in here for the Fighters. They extend their lead. It's 11-4 here in the bottom of the 8th. RBI double for Moosh. First pitch on the way to Quebble is taken inside, ball 1. As there's ball number 2. So now 2-0. The 2-0 pitch on the way. Swinging a line drive into the gap of left and center field. Down a base hit. Cutting it off is Go Yankee. The throw will come in quickly into the infield Pueblo retreats back to first. Runners on the corners here with 1 out for Tappy. Tappy 2 for 3 tonight with 2 singles, one of them via bunt. As Tappy swings at that first pitch, as that will drop in to right field. A base hit. Moose scores. Pueblo down to second base. It's an RBI single for Tappy. As no, the ball gets thrown away, so it looks like Pueblo will score as Tappy gets down to third base. So single advanced on the error. I guess you can write that in as an RBI. So now it's 12-4. This is getting ugly. As there's a ground ball right up the middle to Leo. The throw home. Instead of going to the throw to first, I mean... Oh, as it gets past Ryguy in down the left field line. So Tappy will score. It's an RBI, I guess RBI double for We Gonna Be Okay. This team is really now falling apart. So on the play, We Gonna Be Okay gets down to second base. It's 13-4. Oh man, I hope none of these runs are being counted because this seems all in the infield. There's a fly ball hit into center field. That gets down a base hit. Here comes We Go Be Okay. Rounding third, heading home. The throw to the plate. It will be not in time. A good slide from We Go Be Okay. It's an RBI single for Jin Woods. It's 14-4. Pour it on. First pitch on the way, swing and a miss, 0-1. And there's strike number 2. So now no balls and 2 strikes here on Carter. There's ball 1, so 1-0, or 1-2 here as he comes back, check swing, it is outside. Count evens out to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now the stretch here comes. And again, the 2-2 pitch on the way to Carter. Strike 3 called, Frieza. 2 down here in the inning for the pitcher. As he takes ball 1, it's 1-0. And there's ball 2 inside, so the count now 2 balls and no strikes. Now the 2-0 pitch, swinging a line drive into center field, a base hit. Up with the balls, the center fielder Yankee holds on to it, now gets the throw into BB-8 at third. So runners at first and second here with still 2 away. That'll bring up Echo once again. Well, they have batted around the order, it seems like, yeah. Echo led off with first pitch on the way, taken high and inside, ball 1. So 1-0. As there's a fly ball hit into the no man's line. It drops in as a Noma will come under there to make the catch and retire the side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 runs come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 base hits. 2 left on, and no errors. We head to the top of the ninth. Last try here for the Ravens. Down by 1,000. So leading things off, it will be Seccaro. 1 for 2 on the night. As Seccaro swings and misses from that one, 0-1. So Ravens down to their final 3 outs. Their final 8 strikes now. If we head to the bottom of the ninth, it will be Milo, Moosh, and then I believe it's Quibble coming up. So yeah, this game it's a little bit of a rough one for the Ravens, down 15-4. First pitch on the way to Seccaro. It's taking a strike. Oh, should be 0-2 now. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. That should have been strike 3, but now 0-2. Carter used strike minus. I don't know if you can do that. Now the 0-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Put him away. So strike 4 either way. Ravens down to their final 2 outs. So 1 away, and that'll bring up Vada. 2 for 3 tonight. 2 singles and a fly out to third. As Jinwood will take the mound, looking to clamp down the victory right here. So that will end Carter's night. 2 innings, strike 1 called, giving up 1 hit, no runs, walking none, and striking out 4. Utter domination on the mound tonight. The 0-1 pitch is swung and popped up right to Milo at short for the second out of the inning. Or no, sorry, not Milo. It was Carter. Milo moves to first base, and now that'll bring up Ninja, the assistant manager, as the Ravens down to their final at bat. So we will be back here. We will be on the road in Ocala on Friday as Ninja takes strike 1 and 0-1. He swings through that one, a very laggy swing. And then Saturday night we will be back in Chicago. That will be I believe a 9 p.m. start. Sunday. 0-1 pitch on the way. It's inside, ball 1. Counting is out to 1 ball and 1 strike. So now here comes set. The 1-1 pitch on the way. It's outside, ball 2. So the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Yankee on deck, followed by Leo and Notre Dame. They need 11 runs to tie, 12 to take the lead, but they have 1 out to do so. Now the 2-1 pitch on the way. Check swing. It is outside, ball 3. So the count 3-1 here on Ninja. Now Jinwood looks in. Tappy at third base now. From the set, here comes the 3-1 pitch on the way to Ninja. Swinging a fly ball laced into left center field. Down a base hit. As they will pick it up. The left fielder picks it up. Ninja with the 2-out single is on board. So there's some nice stat padding there. As Go Yankee will come back up to the plate. Yankee 0 for 4 tonight. 2 strikeouts. Because now Quibble will take the mound. So Jinwoods is accountable for that ninja on first base, as the first pitch on the way to Yankee is taking a strike, 0-1. Chicago down to their final 2 strikes. Now Quibble comes set. Here comes the 0-1 pitch on the way to Yankee. It's down low, ball 1. The count evens out to 1 ball and 1 strike. So 1 ball and 1 strike with 2 away. Fighters lead 15-4 over the Ravens. As Quibble comes set, the 1-1 pitch on the way to Yankee, swing and miss. Ravens down to their final strike now. And now the set. The 1-2 pitch on the way to Yankee. Swing and a drive deep to left field. The left fielder is there at the wall to make the catch, and that is the ball game. The Ravens lose 15-4 to the Nippon Ham Fighters. In Nippon, they get swept, their first time being swept, their second loss in a row. Let's head down to the dugout for the post-game interview.
To record my games, but today I didn't fucking record it.
Hi guys.
That's so Chaos-topia.
Does anyone mind who wants to be asked, or anyone have anything to say?
Not a good day to interview people.
I'll take it.
Okay. Well, Kaz, I know you sat on the bench for most of the night, but what did you see?
But what do we see? Just simply on some ends. One part we should have executed better. We should have gone ahead and we could have gone ahead and we could have made some adjustments to go ahead and for shit to go ahead and happen, but obviously that did not happen. So the other thing that we went ahead and we did deal with was probably just the fact that weird bloop hits every time. Like it was I can't say I'm surprised considering considering everything, but fucking Bush Leaguers are continuing to go ahead and be Bush League, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah. Did you? I don't know. I mean, pitching wise, not the greatest day. You do give up 15, but not all of those pitches were actually inside. I mean, a lot of them they were hitting, and it was kind of outside, almost a little bloops. That would just sneak into right, center, and left field, and then all of a sudden, big blast comes, and it's suddenly 3 more runs on the board. I mean, what do you think about that?
I think it's like also.
Yeah.
I think a little bit with momentum was just like every time we go ahead and when it was 4-2, right?
Right.
We go ahead and we cut the lead in half. Okay, we have some momentum. Then that 1 home run happens, and then another. And then we went ahead and we cut the lead in half again. Another home run happens. I consider. In my words, I consider it paradox of insanity, but yeah.
Yeah. And just going back, the team, even though they did not get as much hits as they probably should have, thanks to a lot of great defensive plays by the Nippon fielding, but did you see anything good? I mean, from this offense. I mean, considering they only put up 1 run last night, that was off of a solo Vada home run in the bottom of the ninth, and tonight they did plate 4.
Here's the thing. Like sometimes, like 4 runs in a ball game, you go like genuinely for an offense, like you would consider that okay, like basically okay, right?
Yeah.
It was just when one side of the ball can't one side of the ball can't meet the other side of the ball, it's going to spell disaster. The offense did what it could do. It's just defensively, that's where honestly the crap one had it's basically happened.
Yeah. 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 Well, yeah, I agree with you. You know, yeah, 4 runs, definitely an okay number, but with the amount of runs you're giving up, you kind of got to score a little bit more. So, 7 did get left on base. I mean, they only did get 11 hits on the night. So, if you managed to play all 7, you would still have been 4 runs short. But, um, you know, I think I think people had a lot of good at bats. I mean, but you have to give credit where credit is due. Pika on the mound went 6 innings. He did strike out 9. A lot of those were great strike 3 calls. I mean, he was just painting the zone, and there was nothing they could do but sit and stare. And strike 3 got called.
I mean, it's one thing that Pika can go ahead and can do well. Of course, a little bit of a background. He was my PPM like season 4. Our team that season, if we're gonna keep it about great in the regular season, we was ass. Like we was fucking ass. But just play like I'll be honest with you. That season, I was arguably like somehow on one hand, if you look when you look ahead and you looked at the numbers that time, it was the best season of my career, but at the same time, I was still fucking terrible. And I'm talking terrible. I'm talking like 125, only 2 home runs on the season.
Oh.
And it got bad to where like I was just I mental honestly I went ahead and had mental boom. I was just think by the time the regular season ended, I didn't really want to go ahead. I had no plans to just go ahead and playing in the playoffs. I'm like, okay, we might just be 1-9 anyways. I'm not trying to go ahead and force myself to play something that I'm not going to go ahead and like. Lo and behold, we end up in the World Series, and then I just came on as the offensive placement at times, and then yeah, that's how that happened. But yeah, personally, I would have loved to go ahead and would have loved to beat the pawn because again, not a lot of respect was probably shown between Pika and Echo to me when I found out that I thought they were going to go ahead and they were going ahead and be together for season 29 but yeah, that's stuff out of my control. What's in my control is that I go ahead and I show up. Most of the time, probably gonna be on the bench, but when those opportunities come, you just gotta be ready. That being said, right?
Yep.
Our next task means we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna play the Ocala Orbit, right?
Yep. That will be in Ocala on Friday.
Yeah, probably won't make Friday. Definitely won't make Friday because it's either I'm probably just more likely the fact because Friday's usually my off day, so I can usually just stream Friday Night Baseball.
Yeah.
But that means like Saturday. That means like Saturday we got that, and then also yeah, we got a lot of shit to go ahead and make up to. And I know got a certain team in Northside is also hate watching because it's like they can't keep getting away with it. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Just please keep that same energy when it's that game, but when they go in and they play us. Otherwise, it's like I said, it's gonna be something. Again, these two last two losses, yeah, they fucking suck, especially today. But tomorrow, we're gonna get for Friday per se. We're gonna get it right back up, pop in the mouth, do it again, like how we was doing, beforehand. Want to know each day, as Settler would say.
Yep. Well, yeah. Another not so pretty loss tonight for the Ravens. They dropped this one 15-4 against the Nipponham Fighters, who sweep the 2-game series. We will be in Ocala on Friday night to take on the Orbit. That will be an 8 p.m. start, and then no game tomorrow. Of course, the off day, but I will be here for IPU. So until then, this is Morgana signing off from the Nippon Field. It's your final tonight. It's the Fighters 15. It's the Ravens 4. Have a good night, everybody.